Formula One continues to innovate and seek solutions to make racing safer and more comfortable for drivers. However, a recent decision has generated controversy behind the scenes of the category. The FIA has announced that from 2025, competitors will have the option to use cooling jackets designed to soften extreme heat inside cockpits. But will everyone adhere to this technology, or will some prefer to face the high temperatures without this help? The discussion on the topic gained momentum after the chaotic events of the 2023 Qatar GP. On that occasion, Logan Sargent abandoned the race due to a sunstroke. Esteban Ocon even vomited into his helmet, and Lance Stroll fainted from exhaustion. Therefore, the FIA began to study ways to mitigate the impact of extreme heat, initially considering an air conditioning system for cars. However, the complexity of the adaptation made the entity opt for a more practical alternative: the adoption of cooling shirts. The equipment works in a very advanced way. It consists of almost 50 meters of tubes that circulate a cooled liquid around the driver's torso, keeping body temperature under control. The technology has already been tested in other categories of motorsport and will now be implemented in F1. But the big question is, the use of these shirts will be optional in 2025 before becoming mandatory in 2026. And it is precisely this freedom of choice that is dividing opinions in the paddock. The FIA has determined that the requirement will be applied only in stages where the ambient temperature reaches 35 degrees Celsius, measured by official sensors scattered throughout the circuits. This means that in races like Singapore and Bahrain, the chance of the device being used will be high. However, drivers who choose not to use the technology will still have a subtle penalty. They will be required to carry an extra 500 green of ballast in the cockpit, ensuring that no one gets aerodynamic or performance advantage by dismissing equipment. Among the main names of the grid, Lewis Hamilton has already expressed his opposition to the initiative. The heptachampion said that Formula One drivers are highly trained athletes and that overcoming heat has always been part of the challenge of the category. "We don't need an air conditioner in the car," he said. Other competitors, however, have shown more openness to novelty, considering that safety should always be a priority. With the 2025 season approaching, the issue remains in debate. Will we see a grid divided between those who accept the technology and those who prefer to rely on physical resistance? What do you think of this change? Leave your opinion in the comments, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all the news of Formula One.